Hi, my name is Emily with the Happy Ginger Company, and this is part of a series of tutorials on how to customize your Showit template. So we've talked about several things so far. Now I kind of just want to dig into the main part of customizing your template, which is changing the photos and the texts across the site. So to change your text or copy in your photos, it's so simple. Showit's great. It makes it super easy, and I feel like you're just going to love it after the end of this video. The first thing I want to do is talk about photos. In one of the first videos of this tutorial series, I talked about uploading all of your photos to your media library and keeping them really organized. Obviously, I have a lot. I'm a website designer, so I have several, but putting them in a folder and keeping them clear and not just having a billion things in uploads is going to make your life so much easier. So before you get started, do that. If you purchased your template from me and you got the SEO checklist for free, check through that, and it's going to talk about photo sizes and photo naming. That's really going to help you with that SEO. So to change a photo, first let's talk about the different kind of photos. The first one we have is a static photo. That's going to be like this. When you click on it, you'll notice that over on the right-hand menu that tells you everything about what you've clicked on, it'll say just image. And you will be able to click on that image and change it with something you want. Let's stick with our Christmas stuff here. Super easy. You can also literally just change it by double clicking and picking whatever one you want. So there's two quick ways to change this photo. You can also change the size and position of a photo by literally dragging it. Love this. Love Showit for this. You can change it if you want, by clicking on it and just typing in a different size. Maybe it's easier for you that way. If you need to align it to canvas, you can. And then we'll talk about all of these different little elements here. But first, I just want you to know this is a static photo and it's very simple to change. I do want to mention, and I always like to leave both my mobile and desktop versions up so that I can see what they look side by side. So you'll notice when it changes one, it changes the other. If you do want to change that and you want them different, go to image and we will just click on that page. We're on the graphic right here. You can press the dots. You can click on it and you can just hide it from mobile if you don't want it there. Super simple. Or if you do want two images and you want them different on each one, just click on the dots and duplicate. Then for one, let's make this one the desktop one. It's highlighted in blue so we know it. Turn that off of mobile. Then click on the mobile one. Turn it off of desktop. And now we can just change this one to something else. And now you've got two separate ones. I don't really know why you'd want to do that, but just in case you do, that's an option. The next kind of photo is a gallery photo. So when you click on an element like this, you'll see it says gallery. It looks just like a photo when you're editing, but you'll notice it says gallery in that right-hand menu. So click on gallery images. To manage the images or change them, we'll click there. Now this is sometimes just gets frustrating, so I want to make it super clear. To take a photo, delete a photo from your gallery, click on it and trash it. To add, you can click on multiple if you want and trash them all. If you want to add a photo, you can click one and then press that arrow, or let's just make life easy and press the command button and grab a handful of photos here. Then you still need to press that arrow. I do this all the time because I'm in a hurry, but if you don't press that arrow, they won't show up and then you'll be very frustrated. So just click that arrow and then make sure you click save. And now your new photos are there and this is the order they'll be in. If you want to change the order, grab those dots and move it around. You can have it however you like it. Another reason to love it. Okay, so now you've changed the gallery. Maybe you want to change the gallery settings a little. We're in a simple gallery now, which means it's going to go from one photo to the next photo. You can change the gallery style to a tiled gallery, but it's going to look totally different. You don't want that. In a template, you're going to want to keep the gallery the same to keep it looking the way you want it to look. The thing you may want to change is auto advancing. Auto advancing means how fast the website is going to automatically advance to the next photo in your gallery. So if you are worried people won't see it, if it's 3 seconds, shorten it, 2.5 seconds, 2 seconds, and then you can just enjoy it. Click back on it. You can change the transition. I like fade. I think it's just a little bit cleaner, but girl, you can go crazy. You can slide, you can have none and it'll just like blink between them. But I think fade is nice, and like 0.5 or 0.25 seconds keeps it really clean. So that's a gallery. Now, the other kind of photo you might see, because a lot of times you're going to be going through and you're going to be clicking and changing things real fast, and you're going to get to something like this where you can't click this photo that's under the yellow, but you desperately want to change it because maybe you are not a Christmas decorator. You'll notice when you click on this canvas, it says canvas and canvas background. That's where this photo is. So it's not a photo that's added on top of the canvas. It's embedded into the background. So you want to make sure it'll say canvas when you click on it. Go to canvas background, image, and you can change the image to, say, this one. Or if you don't want an image there anymore, it just doesn't work for your website, change it from image to none. We're going to go back to this image and let's change it again because that's distracting. I liked this one for a reason. And you'll also notice this time it's taken it a hot minute to change. Let's publish. We've been messing around on this and it probably wants to see it. Okay, it's just being persnickety, which occasionally happens. Also, it has my opacity. When I changed it, it changed my opacity, which means how see-through the photo is. So I just want to toggle that down so that we're back to that nice creamy yellow background. You'll also notice when you're changing a canvas background, this one's pretty simple because it's kind of an abstract, just details shot, but you can change it from middle center to like top center or bottom center. This is where you can kind of decide what part of the photo it's going to focus on. But you can't get too specific, which is occasionally frustrating. You just have to pick the best one. You can also change the elements like scroll. This will already be set in your template. So if you like something the way it is, you don't need to change these things. But if you want to, you can change the way it works with the page. But in case it does like what it did with mine, where when I changed this photo, it changed my opacity, that you might want to change. And a smaller number means it's more see-through to this color in the background, and a higher number means it's less. So if you want to change this color, that's also an option, but I like that yellow. Okay, so that's all of our photos. I do want to talk really quickly. There are edits you can do to almost every kind of static photo. Click on it. Let's talk about effects. You can change the opacity for any kind of photo here, and you can toggle it down. You can toggle it up. You can use the 3 dots and change it for mobile and desktop. The other thing you can do is add a drop shadow. Again, like you picked a template because you loved it, so you probably won't need that. But I do have some clients who have more curves in their branding. So like turn it into an oval. It looks great. Very simple. And we've split this. This photo is not showing up on our mobile. We have a different photo there. So you'll notice that that's not changing, which is another reason I really like my mobile next to my desktop, to make sure that the changes are happening across both versions of the site. Even for a gallery, we have effects. So we can make a gallery paler if we need to, and we can make it an oval if we want to. We can just curve the corners a little if we really like that. So we have lots of options if you want to tweak your template in those really drastic ways. The next option, or the next element we want to talk about, is text or copy. To change text, same as a photo, all you gotta do, double click on it. Look at that. Now you can hop in here, and we're not holiday decor makers, we're holiday magic makers. So again, just like with your photos and you uploading them to the media library before you start, write all your copy before you start. Your template customization will go so much faster and be just smoother. You will save yourself about 5 headaches if you already know what copy you want. I will say, let's say we have this copy, but it's actually, when you go and add your copy in, you have a ton more copy. And you're like, hey, it's not showing up when I paste it in there. Click off of it and it will show up. and you'll notice this is the text bounding box, this blue line. Even if your text goes beyond it, it will still show up on your website. It's just if you're editing in it, it'll disappear. So it's always good to click off and make sure everything is there. And then if you have more text than you do, like than the template has in that section, it's no problem. You can change your canvas size by going over here and just dragging it down to where you want. Easy. And then if you want to, make that photo bigger so it feels a little less like it's floating in, the air. So that's how to do that. I really recommend if you have more text than the box, just go ahead and drag your box down. It's a good practice to do, and it'll come in to play later when we're talking about buttons and links. So changing text, all you got to do, double click on it, highlight it, change it, do whatever you feel, and you'll be good to go. Even with headings and things, if you need to add a different kind of box, maybe you want to add a quote down here, add element, pick whichever one you're looking for. Let's try a heading. And then you can just, again, I'm dragging that texting box and then I'm lining it up and my heading goes here with a quote. Great, beautiful. Again, check over here. My mobile version needs to be edited because I added something to the template. So drag it to where you want it. Open that text box so that it doesn't make a skinny little amount. Drag your canvas arrow down to make your canvas bigger. And there you go. Super simple. It's just small details over and over and over again. So that's how to add text to a canvas that you might want to add text to. It's how to change text within a canvas. Double checking on mobile and desktop. And then the text bounding box, which again, it's worth it to go ahead and just be really nitpicky about that and make sure your text is in that box without trying to go too far over or, trailing out of it. Okay, the other thing you can do with any element you add, all of these elements, is you can click on them and you can add some animation. You can add a fade. It can fade in or slide in and take 25 seconds to slide in from the top. So it would slide down. You can make it bounce. Again, like you picked a template because you liked it, so you probably won't do this, or it will already be set because you picked a template that had that in it. But if for some reason you do want to add it, I just want you to know that that's there. The other important thing is when there are boxes, and this is specifically going to come into something like this. This is a call to action here. Book your free holiday design. You're going to add a click action. So a lot of these will be like buttons. Let's find a button. This one only has one, like this button for see services. It's going to probably have this already set to services. But if you change to something else and you want to change this button, click what you want to change. So maybe instead you actually want this to take you to click in it and say contact me. So you don't want it to go to services. You want it to go to your contact page. Click that element, the text. You want it to go to a page, and then you want it to go to your contact page. That's all you have to do. Then click off of it and press publish to save it. So you can add a click action to any element. So if you want this photo to go to your about page, click action. It's going to be page, and we can have it go to our about page. For your template, when you purchase it, I try and keep it really clear where each button is going. But if you want it to go to a different page, that is how you change it simply. And what's great about click actions is they can go to a specific canvas. It can go back to the top of the page. It can go to your social link. So when we added on this left-hand side in our site settings, all of our socials, it will link to that social based on which one you pick. You can also make it go to a URL. It can go to any website you want. This is great if you have like an Etsy site and you want to connect your Etsy site. So when someone clicks on it, they go right to your site. Boom, take them there. So that's one of the options you have for any element in your Showit website. Just make sure after you make any changes, we always want to be pressing this publish button just to be safe and make sure everything is saved. Okay, we're getting very close to finishing all these tutorials, and stick around for the next one.